Well, here we go. People have been waiting for this one. This is the CT Toys Amazing Spider-Man number 075. And the box looks like it was beat to hell. Sorry, but it does. Not sure whose idea it was to have the spinning thing, but it's getting a little redundant, no? Here he is, CT Toys. There's no name or anything on it because they're smart. Double trouble. What does that mean? Oh, because there's two heads? I don't know. 075, 6-inch. I think he is 1-for-1, the correct size. I'm not sure because I don't own any Mafex. This is the Mafex. I don't own any Mafex. I'm not spending over $100 on an action figure. One day, if I can, I will. I just don't see the point. It's not a toy anymore if it's over $100. Okay, so box, gibberish, thwip. Okay, the head sculpt does not look that good. I can see it. Here's the top. I like the simplicity. It does look like a Mafex box, but it did give you an extra head. This extra head, I think they give you that. It comes with that one. It's supposed to, but anyway, here it goes. Let's take them out. The box is just demolished. Comes with a stand, which is so nice of them to do. They really don't have to. But they give you way more. Bootleg companies give you way more than you ask for. It comes with all these. Okay, that stuff always happens. This is the magnet feet. It comes with. Let's hold this stuff in. The masked head, extra squinty-eyed head, which I love. Angry eyes, regular. The Parker face, the mask, and webs. Let's take a look at him first. Okay. First impressions, he looks beautiful. They have really done an outstanding job. CT Toys as usual. They just, they're changing the game for people who can't really afford. I can't afford Mafex figures. I can't justify them. I have life and a family. And I just can't. But these are fun. He should be about $20, $22. Unfortunately now because of the tariffs, he was about $26. Which is still better than a Mafex, but technically he's not a Mafex. So people are like, well, that's still better than a Mafex. Yeah, but he's far from a Mafex. I love the metallic red. Metallic blue. I love that. I'm a sucker for shiny. The sculpt is the webs are sculpted in. Paint is really well done. CT Toys really, understands how it works. A lot of gaps because there's a lot of posing. And he's articulated up the wazoo. It's articulation. The head is on a ball joint. Goes all the way. I'm afraid. I've had unfortunate bad experiences on my channel. There we go. Squeaky, squeaky. Squeaky, squeaky. Move this out of the way. Squeaky. Gotta be very careful with the wrists. Very careful. One thing I don't like about CT Toy, about any bootleg, and I guess I wouldn't like this about the Mafex either. It's too delicate. I enjoy a toy. Hello, Spider-Man. I love these hands. I switch the hands to these open ones because I like them better. Let's see his butterfly joints. Hello. Give me a kiss. Very squeaky. Very squeaky. And I'm not even going to say, people say put shock oil on it and stuff. In order to get a figure like this to move like a Mafex, listen. Alright? This is nice and smooth. This is nice. His legs go up pretty high. They drop down, are they? No, not really. But they go pretty far. They go up pretty far. Knees bend really nice. Knees bend really nice. The ankles are pretty tight. And I'd be afraid. Excellent toe joint, toe hinge, whatever. Same here. They don't have, the one thing they don't have that I do like on Marvel Legends, they don't have the thigh cut. And they don't have any calf cuts ever. Because these are too delicate for me, in my opinion. I put a review of the Spider-Man Yamaguchi 2.0. And mine broke. Everyone's like, it's user skills. It's nothing to do with user skills. I have lots of action figures, and they don't break in my hands the way my Yamaguchis do. The way that Yamaguchi did. But he's really nice. He looks beautiful. Yeah. Heads he comes with. This is one head. angry head, which I like a lot. I'm afraid to put it on. Let me see. Because I get bad luck with... Yeah, see? I get bad luck with these. Oh, gosh. Put the angry head on. Sometimes you have to heat them up. Yeah, see, this is what I'm not a fan of. I mean, it looks good, but is that staying on? I like it a lot, but I'm like breaking out into a cold sweat here because too many times CT toys will break, and I just repairing it. I don't have a lot of time. This head does not look that great. Looks a little cross-eyed, like I'm Peter Parker. Other people have posted their reviews, and their sculpts look really good. My sculpt looked like he's wasted, technically. So I'm not going to use this head ever. It's Uggsville, but I do love this head a lot. That's a like Steve Ditko head. Actually from the cartoon Amazing Spider-Man. Let's try to. I don't know why I'm doing this again. See if it breaks, I deserve it because I just like I'm a glutton for punishment. Yeah, with these you cannot force it. If it goes on, it goes on. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's fun, huh? What I'm not gonna do is I'm not gonna put all the hands on and all the feet on. I'm gonna keep the review short. Wow, what was that? Short and sweet, right? I mean, look at that. That is a fantastic Spider-Man look. And what I'll have to do is I'll just bathe him in water. But what will happen is, this is what happens. Bathe him in water. All the parts that are like somewhat loose, like see his head is somewhat well adjusted, right? That gets really loose. And his knees, they'll get really loose. And then the parts that are not, this will get basically, you know, this actually came off camera. But you know, there's his ab crunch and all that stuff. But I do feel like now that I've held a couple of Marvel Legends, a lot of Marvel Legends, I feel like he's gonna snap into my hands. So that's the only reason why I'm not a fan of bootlegs, but this is a really nice one. This is a beautiful bootleg. I love the metallic, but he is tight. This is nice. This is nice. When you hear this, beware. Beware. You can get shock oil. You can put vegetable oil because it doesn't go bad. You can get sewing machine oil. Poses. Right. Like this. Right. He can do all the Spider-Man poses. And that's the joy of these, is that I understand why people pay for the Mafex, but again, I'm not going to. One day, if I can afford it, when my kids are out of college, see what I mean? Like, it's not broken, but I'm not a puzzle person. Does that make sense? I don't like puzzles. I don't like when I have an action figure, I want to be able to manhandle it and not worry. And I'm very it's not about tooting my horns. I'm very strong-handed, right? And I don't think I should have to have delicate hands to play with a toy. It's an action figure. But CT Toys, of course, like always, excellent job. He's beautiful. The webs they give you, I don't ever use them because then you have to take the hands off, put the webs on. I think, wait 1 second. Like I want to put a thwippy hand on. See this hand here? I want to put the thwippy hand on. And you have to heat them up every time. You have to heat everything up. And don't get me wrong, that's fine. You just put them in hot water for a couple of seconds. But, like, I don't have time for this. Easy, easy. Oh, there we go. It's it on? Oh, but what I wanted to do was this. It's just too fragile. To me, it's not an action figure. Right, you do this, and then you put the hand on. I think like this, I think. Easy. Easy, right? To me, this isn't an action figure, but I guess it's about posing and display. I'm not doing the hands. I'll just pose him a couple of times. You know, he is beautiful to look at. Colors are great. The metallic, you can do metallic on every figure, and I'd be a sucker for it. You can do metallic Wolverine, metallic Cyclops, metallic Professor X, metallic, Metallic Juggernaut. I would just buy everything metallic. They should do metallic line. And I like Metallica, the band, and my favorite band. So there we go. All right, he's a beautiful, beautiful figure. He is. I mean, he feels nice and light and delicate. And he is definitely posable, right? Right, so you can do like this with him. And like this with him, right? Wee. Wee. That's fun, right? Wee. I guess. I don't know. Right. You know, and like, I guess, you know, you hit him with shock oil, which, by the way, I went to an auto parts store, and you can't go get shock oil at an auto parts store. Why? Because shocks are encased. They're closed. You can't get into a shock. Like the shocks in a car. So the shock oil that they sell is really for like radio-controlled cars and stuff. There's no real shock oil. I went to an auto body shop, an auto parts shop. That's a cool image. I like that one. I keep his head a lot too. A little bit of anger. He definitely has a Mark Bagley, Eric Larson look to him. Totally. I really wish they would do, even Marvel Legends, some CT Toys would do like an artist line. Where like all the artists that like made the characters legendary. You know. Like they did McFarlane sort of with. Right. Right, he can go back like this, but even this, like I feel him clicking. Right? These do not, you know, the stand test, these do not stand up right away. Let's try it out. In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. I give them extra seconds because the feet are small. 5, 4, 3. Wow, look at that. That's not bad for tiny little feet. Look at those little feet. That's pretty darn good. I mean, he looks like he's Elvis or he broke his hip, but you know what you gotta do. What are you gonna do? There's the mask, which you can have him hold if you want. I'm not gonna do that for the video. You do it yourself because the truth is, it takes a lot of time, and I'm actually literally might break it. I'm just too heavy-handed. Like those webs, not sure why you would use those webs or any of these webs, because if the figure falls and breaks, but it give you a lot of accessory. Right, this is the squinty head. I call it squinty head. That's that one. Where'd it go? That one. That one. Yeah, they give you a lot. It really is. It really is. You know, CT Toys doesn't joke around. And here are the CT figures I have. I have 2 brown suits. I actually have 2 Tiger Stripes. I have one of him. Another one I ordered, but I think I got ripped off by one of the sellers. Even though the tariffs were in order, one of the sellers was selling him for like $10 free shipping. And I think I got ripped off. And there is the original one. That is the original. Let me take them off. Let me show you. That's the original 075 that I have a video on my channel. And there's 001 who I took the paint off his chest by accident with nail polish remover because I was trying to clean it and I had to redraw all that. And then I glossed him up to make it all match because I had to get red paint, red enamel. And there's who I still love today, my Venom. But let me get to the original this guy. Let me show you, take him off of here and show you the difference. Big difference. Now this is the original 075 that was not a CT Toys, right? Now look at the difference, right? This guy actually moves really, really well now. I oiled the crap out of him. If you notice, he's shiny because I sealed him up with a Mod Podge. Because when I got him, if you look at my channel, when I purchased him, he had this horrible smell, like a toxic plastic smell. So I washed him a lot thoroughly, and I used Mod Podge to seal him off. So just to keep any toxicity in there, which I'm hoping it was not, because that means I'm going to die one day because of this crap. But this is the difference. I mean, the eyes are let me put the same eye, well, the only thing difference is I changed the head on this one. But this guy, the funny part is he looks way better, but this guy moves way better. Like, and I don't feel like he's gonna fall apart, right? No squeaking, maybe because I have handled him a lot. Maybe that's part of the key. Maybe if I just handle this guy a lot, maybe that's what it is. But yeah, this guy was a nightmare. He was a nightmare, but now, he became more user-friendly. Maybe that'll happen with this guy. I'm not going to make him shiny, but if I keep playing with him, put more oil on him, mess around, You know, I just don't like moving the joints. Like with the Marvel Legends, you can yank them off. I don't like stuff when it's too delicate. I don't know. I like low risk. So but I do like the metal blue. It's not too bad, this one, in my opinion. I don't mind the shiny. People complain about the shiny. There you go. That's my quick review. I don't think it was too quick. Because I don't want to bust this guy. I would definitely recommend getting him. But treat him like a model. Don't treat him like an action figure. Oil him up. Get shock oil. Use any kind of oil. I really think I used vegetable oil on the other guy. He's a beautiful figure. CT Toys does a great job. And the rest of these are worth getting too, in my opinion. Just when you get them, this is not a CT Toy. So this is a complete. I apologize for that. That's not a CT Toy. These are all CT. CT. That's not CT. This guy's not CT here. That's not CT, but that's CT down there. But he's worth getting. Okay, there we go. Thank you for watching. Hit the subscribe button if you feel like it. And if you don't, it's okay. I appreciate you watching this video. All right, talk to you soon in the next video. More action and adventure. This is 075 Spidey saying bye for now. Bye for now. Bye. Bye.